So today I am back with another video. Now I'm not reacting today, but today I'm going to be giving y'all the truth about culinary school. So number one, is culinary school really necessary? Honestly, I personally believe that it is, especially someone who wants to go out into the culinary world, wants to go out and really make something. I feel like you, don't get me wrong, not necessarily do you need a degree for everything, no you don't, but there's just some things that you learn when you go to culinary school that it's best that you learned it in school than go on the job or go out there and you don't have that back knowledge. Like from my experience, my chefs, they poured into us knowledge and all that other stuff from their experiences being in culinary school and then all their years of being out on the field after that. So I feel like it is necessary, in my opinion. For some people, maybe not, but if you intend on being a chef, a cook, whatever you intend on being, I really think culinary school is necessary. Number two, what should you expect in culinary school? Well, let's be honest, chefs have an ego problem, okay? Chefs have an ego. It runs in your blood. If you have the gift of cooking, you have a bit of an ego problem. That doesn't mean that you're arrogant or whatever. It just means that, you always feel like you're the best. You make the best soup. You make the best this. You make the best that. In certain terms, or my way is better than your way type thing. So imagine having a bunch of students who have that mindset. Everyone's trying to be the top dog. I feel like everyone's trying to be the best. Everyone's trying to outdo this person or whatever, in some sense. Of course, don't get me wrong, not everybody's going to be out for you and all that other stuff. Don't think that. If anything, my experience, I love culinary because culinary reminds me much of family. So we all have to work together in order for the ship to sail. We can either sail or sink. We can sail perfectly fine through anything as a team, or we can fall as a team too. It's about teamwork. Nobody should be trying to, and like I said, so let me reiterate, people have an ego problem, but it should never get to the point where you feel like you're better than this person. We don't need to work together on anything because I know what I'm doing and I got it figured out. You know what I'm saying? But those people I feel like those type of people are in every single thing that you do. There's always going to be that person who thinks that they're so much better or so much more talented than the next, when really we all should be feeding off of each other to contribute to this big boat called the kitchen. I say the biggest thing in the kitchen is patience. You have to have patience, not just with a customer or with this and that and other. You have to have patience with yourself, and you also have to have patience with other people in the kitchen, because when the going gets hot, you know what I'm saying, when the kitchen is bussing, you know what I'm saying, and we gotta fire everything, we gotta get everything together, sometimes somebody might get a little bit of an attitude, but don't take it personal. It's always professional, you know what I'm saying. And I learned that, because when I went to college, obviously 18, so I'm fresh out of high school. Somebody was talking to me wrong, I had a problem. But then as I went further down the line, I realized that's why they had an attitude. They didn't really have an attitude. They weren't really mad at me. They were just frantic and they needed everybody in order, so it sounded like an attitude when really it was more like we need to get it together, Just like a sergeant or a general, when they're giving out orders or commands or something like that, it's not a personal thing. They have to yell, they have to do this and they have to do that to keep the squad in line. So it's the same in the kitchen, I feel like. And just imagine everybody's a sergeant at one point, and sometimes everybody's going to be the sous chef, everybody's going to be somebody at one point, everybody's going to be on expo, so expedite, which means to call out the orders, make sure they all get checked and everything like that before they go out to the table. And you're probably like, what do you do? My school I'm not sure if all, I'm pretty sure they all are like this, but my school, we had a student-run restaurant, so we literally were learning the industry as we went, and so we have the experience learning the whole kitchen brigade, you know what I'm saying? So you really get prepared for that. That's another thing you should expect. Also, another thing to expect is you might feel a little out of your element, especially if you're someone like me. I'm kind of introvert, outrovert.
What? Bro.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, what? Introvert, outrovert. I mean, introvert, extrovert. I'm an introvert and an extrovert. Like, when I'm around certain people, I'm an extrovert. For the most part, I'm an introvert. I don't really, but I kind of, like I said, is in between. Like, it really just depends. Like, nowadays I don't care, so I'm kind of more extroverted now because I've had those experiences and they brought me out of my shell and made me more confident in the kitchen. The chef might correct you, don't take it personal. Me, at first, like I said, I took everything personal because I didn't understand. Now that I'm older, they weren't doing anything but helping me perfect my craft, because they corrected me not because I was always getting stuff wrong, but because they saw potential and they wanted me to be better. So never take anything personal. Always take it in a professional manner and be open to criticism, and don't be scared to make mistakes. Is it time consuming? Culinary school isn't time consuming. For the most part, it's a 2-year to 4-year program. Time consuming is this idea that comes from, we're in a microwave society, so everybody wants to do something quick. They want to know how to cook today and they want to have it done today. Practice doesn't make perfect, it just makes you better. Period. I said that. So so what I would say about time consuming is this: when you go to culinary school, you're getting foundational knowledge on culinary, the origins, but when you get inside that setting and you soak in all that knowledge, it's like you get that foundational structure, then you get to apply what you learned at the same time, which I think is what makes it better. I wouldn't say it's time consuming. Maybe for someone who, maybe you don't have time for college, they do offer online courses, but it's just, I feel like it's not the same as actually being in school. Don't think, okay, look, no, this is another piece of advice, okay? Don't think that the only way that you can be successful in culinary is if you become a chef or you own a restaurant. There are so many outlets that you can go in culinary. It's not just a restaurant. It's not even just being a chef. You can be a food blogger. You can be a food tester. You can be a food critic. Going to culinary school gives you the background to be able to be more proficient in these things. If you do decide that you don't want to be a chef or a restaurant owner or a caterer, you can at least take that knowledge and expand on it in other places in the industry where there is endless possibility. And my final point, should I take classes individually or get my degree? College is not for everyone. So don't think that you necessarily have to go to college. While I feel like it is necessary, not everyone is made for college, and I understand that. That's why I say, in my opinion, it's necessary. But I also understand that some people have their preferences, and some people don't like college. They don't like the idea of school. They don't like any of that. So I understand that. You can always take online food courses and stuff like that. You can always do that, and you can always do that anyway. Even when you get out of culinary school, you can still take classes. I have my degree in culinary, but I also, still study, because a chef job is never done. You're always learning. At first, before I was graduating, that was the thought, like, what do I do after this? Do I keep, do I take more classes? Do I stay in college? Personally, I was ready to be done with school. My desire to be done with school was greater than my desire to stay, because school is school. This is just a little off the thing here. Don't think that like Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flay, Jamie Oliver, Alton Brown, don't think that these people are the pinnacle of culinary, because they aren't. Don't get me wrong, I respect their work and what they do. And y'all know from previous videos, I love Gordon Ramsay. But don't think that those are the pinnacle of what culinary is, because it isn't. There's more brilliant chefs out there who are more brilliant than Gordon Ramsay. They're just not in the public eye like Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon Ramsay, but my favorite chef is Emeril Lagasse. I love Emeril Lagasse. I was watching him ever since I was little. I've been watching Emeril Lagasse, so shout out to Emeril Lagasse because I love Emeril Lagasse. Bam, bam, bam. Anyway, but you know, even him, you know, there are chefs who are better than him, who have more knowledge than he does. So don't think that, you know, your knowledge stops there. I personally feel like college is something that everyone has their feelings about. All in all, culinary school is fun. I enjoyed myself. Culinary school was amazing. A lot of stuff that I learned from being there, I carry on, add to, and everything. So I think that if you want to go to culinary school, what harm could it do? Always, you know, always do what you think is best for you. With that being said, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned something. I'm finna go make brownies. See y'all, this is how I really look. I've been telling y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, a comment. Make sure you leave a comment, and subscribe for more culinary stuff. Peace out and happy cooking. I am so cute. Hold on, wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute.